You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television.
Welcome back to the desk with the trade deadline passing and the playoffs on the way. Here to talk about it all is Baylee Matthews, Cole Jarvis, Andrew Garofalo, and Chase Haffner. With 24 trades going down just before the deadline on March 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Cole, I'll go to you first. Who secured the best deal?
Yeah, I think the Colorado Avalanche got the better end of it. They ended up getting Brock Nelson from the Islanders, a great centerpiece for that team. And they got Weymouth, Mass's own Charlie Coyle from the Boston Bruins. And those are two guys that, take a lot of pride from where they came from, but they're looking to make some new ground here in Colorado.
Chase, talk to me about your team.
Okay, I'm actually going to go with the Florida Panthers with their trade for Vitek Vanacek. Of course, former Devil. I remember being in the stadium screaming Vitek. He's an amazing goalie. They got him from the Sharks for a pretty good deal. And I think that as an amazing goalie with a team that's doing as hot as the Panthers, that they can go and ramp up just to solidify them to probably take this whole thing home.
Andrew?
I'm going to go back to the Florida Panthers because you know what Panthers are? They're cats. And you know what they hunt? Rats. And you know who's a rat? Brad Marchand. And now they're hunting for back-to-back Stanley Cups. So he's like, what was Boston doing? They traded away their captain and basically the franchise for arguably like 15 years for a second-round pick. And he's still serviceable. He has 21 goals and 26 assists this year. So.
That's a beautiful answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Well said, Andrew. Baylee, finish it off. Who secured the best deal?
That's going to go ahead and be the Carolina Hurricanes. Sorry, that got really country. Goodness. They knew Rantanen wouldn't re-sign with them, so they traded for Stankoven, who's had a consistently good career with the Stars. And on top of that, they got a third-round pick in the 2026 and 2027 drafts with conditional first-round picks in the 2026 and 2028 drafts. So, any damage that they did to their roster by not re-signing Rantanen, which wasn't even on the table, they have chance after chance to make up for it.
Yeah, Baylee. On the other side of things, we're going to talk about who got the short end of the hockey stick. No pun intended there, but Chase.
I think the pun was intended.
What do you mean no pun intended?
Told us exactly that the pun was intended.
He set that whole thing up.
I did, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
don't accidentally stumble into that. Let's just...
Okay, Chase. Let's go. Let's move on here.
All right. I actually think that the worst trade was made months ago, and that would be the New York Rangers trading for JT Miller back. They gave up 2 players plus a first-round pick to just try and make a push for the playoffs, and that push looked like this. They are just not making it this year. I think they should have kept that first-round pick and tried to regroup for next year, but it's... I don't know.
Yeah, Andrew, who got the worst deal?
Well, I was just glazing the Panthers, but I'm going to go back to them in their trade for Seth Jones from Chicago. And I think they just overpaid for him. They gave up a first-round pick and goaltender Spencer Knight. And Spencer Knight is a young goaltender. He's very well. He's proven himself. And Bobrovsky is getting old. So,
Baylee, I see where you're going with this one, but talk to me about who got the worst deal.
I hate to say it, but you know that I have to. It's the Nashville Predators. We've had a terrible season, and then we trade away some of our best talent, like Luke Schenn, Thomas Novak, Mark Jankowski, Gustav Nyquist, for a second-round pick, a fourth-round pick, and Michael Bunting. And don't get me wrong, Michael Bunting is a good player, and we do need those draft picks, but these guys are staples in Nashville. We're going to see their jerseys for years and years, and it sucks to watch guys make your team good leave.
Yeah, Cole, finish off. Talk to me about who got the worst deal.
Yeah, I think the Mikko Rantanen deal wasn't a great deal. I know you said you were a fan of it, Baylee, but 30-point player as opposed to a 70-point player before the deadline that you already traded for. You gave up Martin Netsch's to Colorado for Rantanen. To hear that he didn't want the deal, they had to send him away. It's not going to get it done.
Yep. With the playoffs coming up in a little over a month, the race for the wild card spot has begun. Andrew, I'll go to you first. Who deserves the best wild card spot?
I'm going to say the Columbus Blue Jackets. Currently, they hold the second wild card spot in the East, and they're really the feel-good story of the NHL this year. And they're led by defenseman Zach Werenski, who's having a fantastic year with 69 points, 20 goals, and 49 assists.
Baylee?
I think it's going to be the Minnesota Wild. For the last 5 seasons they've lost in the first round, but I think if they can get Kaprizov back on the ice, they really have a chance here. And you know, right now they're tied in points with the LA Kings, and they have more points than the Oilers, who both already have playoff spots.
Cool.
The Ottawa Senators. The Ottawa Senators haven't been in the playoffs since 2017. They have Brady Tkachuk moving. They got Jake Sanderson moving. They got Tim Stutzel playing good hockey. I think that the Senators finally deserve a shot to make it past the wild card.
Yeah, Chase, talking about who deserves the wild card spot.
I'm going to agree with Andrew over here. I do think it's the Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, after losing Jersey native Johnny Gaudreau, the team really rallied together, and they're pushing hard. They're playing their hearts out. Do I think that they're going to win the whole thing? Maybe, but I think that they definitely deserve a spot to go and fight for it.
We started off this year with talking about who are way too early championship picks for the Stanley Cup. Now, as the playoffs are approaching, we're going to talk about if those picks still stand. And Baylee, I'll go to you. Are you changing your answer? What are you thinking here?
Absolutely not. I'm sticking with the Dallas Stars. You know, currently they have 86 points to their name. They're second in the Western Conference. And, you know, the past 2 years they lost in conference finals, but they're the team with the best odds to go all the way. And combine that with some of their trades, one of which is a 100-point scorer, they have the perfect chance to dominate this year.
Cole, are you changing your answer? Where's your head at?
I am. I'm going with the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets have been hot since the start of the season. They're 45-17. They've got all the talent in the world on their team. They're going to have the Vezina Trophy winner, I think, in Connor Hellebuck. So it's got to be the Jets for me.
Chase,
Cooper's favorite team.
no, actually, it's the Philadelphia Flyers.
Formerly
Yeah,
favorite
you
team.
switched.
Well, no, because I'm
As soon as your team got good, you're like, I'm out of here.
well, you know, I'm just a Philadelphia fan. Of
Philadelphia
sport.
guy.
Yeah, Eagles, Phillies, whatever you may call it. But anyway, Chase, I'll go to you.
All right, so I'm going to stick with my prediction.
Oh,
now, some may
brother.
say, no one knows 100% why, but, you know, the New Jersey Devils, are they, okay, did we lose Jack Hughes to an injury? Yes. Did we lose 2 of our best defensemen to an injury? Sure, but you know what? Any team could just win the entire thing. Who wants to watch something where the team just wins every single game? No, the Devils are going to win, and y'all are going to look foolish, and I'm going to sit here laughing at you guys.
You're an absolute idiot if that's what you really believe.
I have hope. I have so much
I
hope.
don't care if you have hope. Their odds are plus 3,000.
You
You're
should care
not
if I have
making
hope.
it all the way to the Cup.
Oh, we're going to make it all the way to the Cup.
There's no chance that
Then
the
we're gonna
New
win it,
Jersey
and then I'm
Devils,
gonna
who
drink out of
lost
it.
their
I will
best
drink out of
player,
that
are
cup.
going all the way.
I like both your spirits.
Silence? Are you?
And
Andrew, go
another
ahead.
thing.
I like both your spirits.
Thanks.
Devils are going to win. That's
No, you're not.
They're just going to win.
No, you're not.
You're going to look really foolish, and I'm going to
come back to me after the Cup.
I will. No, I will, and I'll be holding it. I'm going to ask them.
They're going to
for it.
contact you and say, Chase, we need you
Yes.
personally because you argued so hard for the Devils when we had absolutely no chance.
When we had
You
all the
get
chance,
cup,
and you were
brother.
the only one to realize it. Enough said.
All right.
Andrew, go to you.
I'll keep
are
it
you
quick.
changing your answer here? Where's your head at?
Yeah, I'm changing mine to the Colorado Avalanche. They already have Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar, unstoppable duo. The roster is already pretty stacked, and they went out and added Brock Nelson, Charlie Coyle, and Eric Johnson, who was a part of their Cup team in 2022.
That is a great answer. I am
It's
not.
not the New Jersey
That's
Devils.
a sound
so it's
argument.
incorrect.
I didn't-
That's a sound argument right
I didn't
there.
make any answer here, but I'm
You know
just
what? That was based in fact.
I'm just going to
and
say
I
the
appreciate
Winnipeg
that.
Jets. I'll just go with Cole here. I'll go with
Absolutely,
my
brother.
buddy Cole here. Winnipeg Jets for the win. Anyway, that will do it for us here on the ice. Stick around to see Michael Milligan and the crew break down the NFL offseason right here on WPTV.